So I got a chance to catch Victor Wemby and Giannis going at it, and Giannis was just too strong for Wemby. Now I'm gonna tell you this: if the Wemby projection goes the way I see it, he should be running that league in another 2 to 3 years. That's right. By year 4 or 5, should be maybe the best player going because his upside, he's already doing 25 and the double double, can shoot inside outside. The Spurs just need Chris Paul ain't gonna play but so much longer. They just need, if you can ever get a Tony Parker Ginobili type to play along with him with the bench and the right set, they could have a nice run, because he's definitely a Spurs style player, and he's legit. It's just that he's lighting the cakes right now, especially against a guy like Giannis, who was just putting the wood to him, took him to the woodshed and got physical. It's like a boxer who can just hit you in your rib cage and you're just getting beat up because you don't have anything else to protect. You can't duck it. And there were a lot of ISOs where Giannis wouldn't let him get by him, and he got him. He got physical with him. And you see, when people get the scouting report out on you, you have to figure out a way to not be seduced. You got to overcome that because they think that's all he is. You've seen this kind of borderline Mr. Softy. He's better than he was, obviously, as a rookie, and he looks better, but you can still see he's green. He's still early in his stages. He's not even close to his prime or his peak. That's the scary part, how much he can unleash and how deep he can get. But in the meantime, in between time, he has to work on his body because a guy like Giannis and them, that is an advantage that you can take. If you can frustrate him physically in the box, it could be problematic. So that's where having a guard play. Chris Paul's too old right now. Chris Paul ain't got but in his last stretch. But you get someone who can extend it and can make you respect it. That's why the Parker Ginobilis, if they could land somebody who could stretch the floor with him properly, then you'd really see the Spurs be back to the way they were. And you remember how the Spurs used to win 50 games a season like it wasn't nothing. So, and Greg Popovich, respect. We don't know how he's going to come back, if he will. But the lineage of what they teach in Spurs basketball, you could definitely see it coming into view. But that's just the biggest thing, is that he has to understand the physical. If they're coming into you chest wise, if they're bordering you, and they're not letting you get to your sweet spot, that's what Giannis does. That's a message right there. That's like, I got to get 100 times better than I am. So physically, if he can bulk that up, and because that matchup, that ISO was real, but the game was never close. Milwaukee had their way with them, beat them up outside and beat them up inside. Just like when Milwaukee did with OKC in the tournament thing.